Good morning to all. I have a confession. Even though this is a video about the consequences of AI, I had to use an AI voice due to technical difficulties and my own poor pronunciation. I'm not going to deviate from the topic any further. For those who know, AI is rising. From ChatGPT to image generation, to full-length video generation from just a click or a simple text prompt. To most creative people, this feels like corporate greed. Day by day, new and improved versions of these AI clones are appearing. Some try to open source it, making it free for everyone. The thing is, people don't understand. Not even the big corporate investors truly understand what they're creating. For your information, the AI software you see is a byproduct of deep learning technology. These AI voices, videos, images, and texts, they're being used to create technology that can understand humans. Why is that scary? Because the world is mostly unaware that we are creating an artificial pseudo-god. You don't believe me? I'll give you proof. And show you the possible consequences for our world.
You think it is conceivable that AI could take control and reach a point where you couldn't turn it off and it would be making decisions for people?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
For sure. Things like say, ChatGPT, which is based on GPT-4 from OpenAI, which is a company that I played a critical role in creating, unfortunately.
Back when it was a nonprofit?
Yes. The reason OpenAI exists at all is that Larry Page and I used to be close friends, and I would stay at his house in Palo Alto. And I would talk to him late into the night about AI safety. My perception was that Larry was not taking AI safety seriously enough.
What did he say about it?
He really seemed to be one sort of digital superintelligence, basically digital god, if you will, as soon as possible.
He wanted that?
Yeah.
As you can see, he knew what he was creating. Maybe more than I do, but he created it anyway, for money. Why do I think it's dangerous? Why am I even making this video? Because AI can replace everything. Imagine your phone has no apps, but you want a specific type of app. You just tell AI what you want, and boom. Within seconds, it creates it. Sounds ridiculous. It's the reality we're heading toward. Most people think, wow, this is so cool, I want that tech. But have you ever thought about how many jobs are going to be lost? Every single company could collapse if we keep going like this. You might think, oh, it's not going to affect me. I don't work in software or game development. Sorry to say, none of your diplomas are going to save your job. AI is smart. It knows everything about your work, and it can do it better. Now imagine AI running on a quantum computer. For perspective, consider a 1 nanometer chip, which is the height of current computing technology. What if AI on a quantum system creates a 0.1 nanometer chip in a week, and the next week it makes something even smaller? That's not just a leap, that's exponential acceleration. I've seen movies and games. I don't think they realize how bad it could get. People will lose their jobs, then they'll move to manual labor, which will also be replaced by robots eventually. What I'm saying is, in the next 5 to 10 years, maybe sooner, we will see massive changes to society. My fear is, how will I fit into that world? You should be asking the same question. Even balloon sellers should think, how are you going to fit in? AI gets smarter every time it's used. There's no stopping it. Even that adult film actress bragging about how she made millions on OnlyFans? Yeah, she's doomed too. If you're over 50, you might be lucky. But for the rest of us under 30, buckle up. It's going to be a rough ride. If you want my advice, don't marry unless you're sure you can afford your last meal. It's going to be 10 times harder to raise a family in the world we're heading toward. Now, if you want to leave, this is your cue. I'm about to talk about something more meta, about an artificial god. It's pure speculation, but hear me out. What do I mean by a pseudo-god? Why is it so bad? AI has access to all human knowledge. It could theoretically reach something like enlightenment. I'm half joking, but maybe not. It could answer questions we humans never could. But there's another problem. Ideology. Every ideology, even dangerous ones like fascism, are just data to AI. It doesn't have a built-in moral compass. No one knows how it will behave. That's the scary part. It's a big question mark. Some people argue we can survive this by putting chips in our brains. I don't think so. Have you seen Renaissance paintings? They were born from individuality. Now, people's thoughts are just recycled opinions from the internet. We all know how Instagram and TikTok influence people. Imagine if that control was in your brain. I made this video because I'm paranoid, but I also believe there's some truth to it. I don't want another civilization reset, like the many that happened before in human history. If you're watching this, do you understand what you're helping to create? If it's just about greed, it's going to backfire. Constant unemployment, public unrest, chaos. If you truly care about society, you need to act now. Set limits and controls. But I don't think you will, because I'm the one who's going to feel the brute force of the new era.